In the last few decades, the food industry has grown exponentially, largely because our food consumption has skyrocketed. In fact, the obesity rate hasn't been as high as they are today, and it seems like it's only going to grow. Top largest food corporations successfully brainwashed us that we need to consume more and more. I mean, just think for the moment how much of your salary do you spend on food, snacks, and drinks? I assume most of it. And you're not alone. So let's try to find out what would happen if you quit all of that, if you suddenly start eating less and starve more. How is that going to affect your brain? Let's start by the emphasizing on the point that everything you eat directly affects your brain. It stimulates your brain cells to produce hormones such as the dopamine, serotonin, or the norepinephrine. 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 In other words, the food you eat can change your mood, energy, or even memory. Speaking of memory and intelligence, studies have shown that hunger leads your brain to produce BDNF, or brain derived neurotrophic factor, is the most critical hormone to create more brain cells. That means better memory and long attention spans. That means hunger will literally make you smarter. It also lets your glucagon hormone to do its job. You probably have heard of insulin. It helps to store the food you eat as the glucose in your body. Goes up every time you eat. And when there is enough of the glucose, the incoming food will be stored as fat. And glucose is the hormone. Glucagon is the hormone that will take off that glucagon. If you are having a meal every few hours or so, you will never let glucagon take out that glucose. So you will start getting an extra weight. That's why if you are going to the gym 5 times a week, trying your best to lose a couple of the pounds, and yet you don't see any results, you probably have to adjust your diet, because that's where the problem is. There is a little motivations for you exercise weight reduce your life especially, and increases the chances of the multiple diseases such as the heart diseases and the cancer. So you better start getting rid of the extra weight if you want to live longer. What you should and what not, just to be clear. Not eating everything doesn't merely means you will get smarter, wise, and stronger over time, but instead of controlling your diet, where you don't eat throughout most of the day, is what's helpful. It's also known as the intermediate fasting. A lot of people might find intermediate fasting difficult because it's not easy to stay hungry for 16 hours. At the end of the day, you are used to eating every few hours and have at least some snacks. Now, and then, but our bodies function in such way that they adapt to any circumstances we thought at them. If you feel hungry every day around 12 p.m., that's because you are used to having a meal around that time. The moment you change your diet, you're eating a shadow and have one or maybe two meals a day, your body naturally will adapt to these new shadows and you won't feel hungry at all. I myself have experienced that, and believe or not, the longer you go without food, the less hungry you get because your body will learn to survive using the resources it already has without consuming more. And while you are hungry and your brain is creating new cells to make you smarter, it might be a good idea to take advantage of that interact and to learn something very intellectual, such as this course I created on the Skillshare. It's a step-by-step guide to help you to find your passions and then transform it into businesses so that you can keep doing what you enjoy while making money. It's neither long or short, it's right in the middle. Wholly animated to keep you interested. And the best part of it is that you can submit your project, and I will personally review it and provide you with the feedback. The first 200 people who will use the link in the descriptions will get the course for free. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.